What is going on, everybody? It's your boy JS. I apologize for being late with the blitz this week. Definitely my fault. Just sleep schedule being completely terribly bad. And the reason why I didn't send one last Sunday is because I had a dual tackle locking blitz out of 4-3 wide 9 that was given to me by somebody on Twitter. But I heard there was a rumor of a patch coming out, so I didn't want to put it out Sunday. And then if it was true and the rumor took place that Monday, then I gave you guys a blitz that was only good for 6 hours, and then that was it. It was gone. So that's why I didn't put a blitz out last week. But today we're going to show you guys out of 4-3 under. We're going to show you will, go, fire 3. We're going to show you how to get B gap, send in 4. We're going to show you how to get right edge, and we're going to show you how to get B gap and right edge with all of the same look. And again, I try my best to find blitzes that we can go on ahead and scream with all the same look. That's very important to me. I want you guys to be able to not tip off your opponent. They don't know if right edge is coming, left edge is coming, B gap, A gap, left edge, and B gap, and they have no idea which way we're going to send this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to baseline. Then we are going to show blitz. Then we are going to move our linebackers to the right. Now this guy right here, you have to move him over because when we're not going to blitz him now, but when we do blitz him, unfortunately, he's just too close to the line and he always gets picked up. Why the hell is this guy? This guy's like out of position. He's supposed to go like right here. The blitz probably isn't going to work now. But we want to give that same look. So if you don't move him over on the blitz, you're not sending him, then they're going to know when you're sending this looping B-gap blitz. So, you know, there's no point in that. So again, baseline, show blitz, shift linebackers to the right. Now, we don't have to touch our D-line whatsoever, but we are going to crash them. They're already crashing to the right, but, you know, I just crashed to the right anyways. And this guy just manually move over right about here. Now, that is just setting up our right edge. So whenever we send him, they have no idea when he's coming. Now, we're going to go ahead and QB contain. Now, this guy right here, it does make it inconsistent. Well, let me not say inconsistent, but it's way more consistent if you blitz him and send 5. But you can take a chance on sending 4 and it still comes in. We're going to go on ahead and put him in a flat. We can put him in a seam flat. We can put him in a hook. We can put him in a hard flat. You know, we can man him up against somebody. Whichever you prefer. It doesn't really matter. For this case, we'll just put him in a hard flat. And there's a nice little sweet spot right here. And this is where we're going to use her. Now, if correctly, this guy right here should come looping around. And we should get B-gap. Now, if you're only sending 4, you really, really have to hold the guard here. You can't really just sit here for a second and back up. This is more like stay here for 2 seconds so this guard is occupied so you can go on ahead and get this looping blitz. So we're going to go on ahead and hike the ball. And you see just like that, we're only sending 4 and we're able to get left B gap on the, well, I don't need to say left B gap on the left side because I said left B gap. So right here we're sending 4. Now, it's very important, again, for us to hold the guard right here. We kind of even got blocked for a little bit, but then we just go in coverage. I mean, hey, if you want to run into the lineman, by all means, that's going to increase your chances of it coming in, only sending 4. But you want to hold them, you know, as much as possible, and then just kind of break off. And then with him paying attention to you, it is now a 5 on, well, it's a 4 on 4. But this guy right here is going to get double teamed. And then whoever you have shooting on this side, whoever your middle linebacker is, you can go ahead and preferably have somebody with speed if you play Ultimate Team and whatnot. And he's just going to come looping around just like that. So just a nice little looping blitz right here. And again, we'll show you guys one more time. We're going to baseline. We're going to show blitz. We're going to shift our linebackers to the right. We're going to manually move this guy over here, kind of like in a dime slot. We're going to go ahead and shift our D-line to the right. They're already doing that, but I do it anyways. Listen, don't judge me. And again, we're actually going to show it doing 5. Now, if you're going to send this guy right here, then you don't have to hold the guard as long. As soon as the ball's hiked, you can kind of just back up. You don't have to really, you know, be a statue here. And I think I moved away too quick. It's your job on this blitz is very, very, very important. You have to go on ahead and hold that guard, and I'm not doing a good job of it. But you know, I'm already set up right here within a few seconds, you know, before they even get a hot route off, I'm already set up. And just like that, we go on ahead and get left edge, left B gap, excuse me. Now we're going to do it again, sending 4. We're going to put this guy in a hard flat. I prefer a hard flat because the seam flat right here is gonna, this is pretty much man coverage. Anybody in his area, he's gonna try and shadow. It won't really play anything underneath if there's multiple routes there. So that hard flat is just gonna lock down anything underneath right there that you don't really have to worry about. And then right here again, we're sending 4. And our job is really, really, really important to hold that guard there. You want to stay there. If you're sending 4, about a full second and a half to occupy that guard. But, you have one extra guy in the flat right here, especially if you have, like a good linebacker that you can put here with, good coverage. If you got like a really good team, if you got like a Khalil Mack, or even if you don't, you can buy Gold Thomas, 79 overall Thomas from the Giants, and he has really, really good zone coverage. Just put him there. You just need somebody with decent zone coverage to go on ahead and play this flat. You can tell this guy really isn't this good. He's in a hard flat, and he's kind of stuttering on which guy he should cover, which is not really good. So you can see his zone coverage really isn't the best. But nonetheless, we're still able to go on ahead and hike the ball and get a looping left edge. I keep saying left edge, left B gap, sending 4. Which is good. Now we're going to show you how to have the same look and get right edge. So again, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to baseline, show blitz, shift our linebackers to the right, shift our D line to the right. Now we're going to move this guy out, but this time we're going to blitz him. We're going to QB contain, and then this middle linebacker right here, we can put in any zone we want. We can put in just whatever. We can man him up. We can put him in a hard flat. We can, put him in a seam. Then we can put this guy right here. We can man him up. Or you can just put him back in a seam and you can man, him up there. Whichever you prefer. Doesn't really matter, which type of coverage you want. But just put him in something. Don't have him blitzing here. And then we're going to go on ahead and still hold this right over here. This little space right here. And goodness gracious, he done bumped into his guy 5 times coming in. All right, let's do this again. We're going to baseline, show blitz, shift D-line, well, crash D-line to the right, shift linebackers to the right. We're going to go on ahead and move him out. We're going to blitz him. This guy right here, we're going to put in a zone. We're going to QB contain, and we're going to come in this spot right here. Just try and hide so snugly. And oh my God, he got caught up on the hip at the last second. All right, same look. And we're going ahead and put him in a, we'll man him up. Oh man, I kind of messed up right there and didn't hold the guard. That's my fault right there. We got it right here, I promise you. I feel like Brad, him isn't getting like a good good angle. But right there, we go on ahead and we get right edge with the same look. We're sending 5. You might be able to put that other lineman in a zone and send 4 with this guy over here. I'm not really sure. Let's go on ahead and let's try that. We actually might be able to get away with this. But again, our job of locking has to be really... he took a very terrible angle. Jeez, what's Brad Ham's pursuit angle? Yeah, if we're gonna send only right edge, I would recommend sending 5. Okay, just like that. And okay, his problem is instead of coming down on the right side for whatever reason, trust me, I've been working on this for about 45 minutes. Instead of coming straight down, he's attacking the gap instead of straight down. Straight down is there. You see, like all these guys are picked up. If he just came straight down instead of going towards the gap, he would be good. Okay, we're gonna go on ahead and hike the ball here. You know what's the problem? And again, right there, he had it, but he's getting bumped off of the guy running his route, the RB guy, and it's messing his timing up. You see, like right here, he goes, well, the receiver, he got bumped twice. Right there. You see how he got bumped right there and then right there again? That's kind of messing up his timing. I promise you it works. So every blitz I send you guys, you know, I make sure I test out thoroughly. Trust me, it works. Okay, hopefully he doesn't get bumped this time and we'll be good. There we go. Okay, he finally doesn't get bumped. Let's go on ahead and show you guys that again. Okay, so we're going to move him out. And don't forget, you always move him out even if you're not blitzing him. Because you want to give that same look. You don't want to have anything looking different. You know, okay, that's what's messing him up. He continues to get bumped by the receiver. And he is going inside instead of coming straight down. Look how you see how he's kind of doing that right there twice. Again, let's do it with 5 wide with nobody in his way, and then we'll go on ahead and show you guys how to do it with dual sending 6, which is definitely a deadly. You got to loop around B gap, and then you also got right edge at the same time as well. This right here should be a lot better, where we're not going to have him, you know, bumping anybody. Okay. There we go. It came all the way around, but still kind of bumping into those guys. But that right there is what you're going to do to get right edge. One last time here. Snugly in this little spot right here. And he's just going to come straight down. Okay, now it makes sense why he wasn't doing it in split close, because he continued to bump into the receivers and kept going inside. So now we're going to go on ahead and show you guys how to get the dual edge effect, which is, you know, obviously you leave the looping guy. You just leave him blitzing. And you also blitz the guy on the right side. Now this right here is kind of like pick your poison. You're going to have, that right there is dual. You're going to have edge. You're going to have loop around B gap. You know, you're going to go ahead and have some serious heat right here. Now this right here is definitely a blitz that I'm going to be running often, because the pressure is just really, really, really good. Again, I can mix it up. I can send right edge. I can send left B gap. I can send both. I can send just left B gap. You know, I can go on ahead and mix it up. And those right there are always my favorite blitzes, man. The type of blitzes that you don't know when, you know, you don't know what to expect. All right, let's go to single back here. We're going to block the running back. We're going to leave all the routes here. They're blocking 6. We're sending 6. And he's also under center, and still looping B gap comes around. That loop around is really, really, really good. As long as you can hold the guard, as long as you're patient and don't break away too fast, you are going to hold the guard, and you are going to do a very, very, very good job of having this loop around coming in. Hopefully this doesn't happen to you where he does that, because, you know, he has to be like in that perfect position. So this time we're going to go on ahead. Let's go back under center. Let's run this right here. We'll block our running back. And this time we're sending 4. Again, let's see if this B gap still comes in. And it does. We're sending 4. He would have to have ID'd the right person and slide protect that way. Or have a running back blocking that way. But if he has a running back on that side, then we can send the right edge. You know, so this is what I like about the blitz. We can go on ahead and mix it up. We can send anybody we want. You know, they never know exactly which person we're going to send. You know, they always have to be in a constant, you know, thinking game of, shoot, is he going to send right edge? Is he going to send left B gap? Is he going to send both? Or we don't have to send anybody. you know, we can go on ahead and just really have max out coverage here. You know, put this guy right here. Then we can mess around and, you know, put him in a spy. And then, you know, we're rushing 3 here. It's the exact same look. They're blocking extra guys. They're IDing the mic. They're calling play action under center. And next thing you know, we have everybody in coverage. And you're like, oh, snap. He didn't send anybody there. So, you know, you can mix in that as well. So this is a very good defense to go on ahead and mix up. And you can see, you know, coverage is, you know, really good here. The only thing that is open is that post on the 4 verts. But again, you know, I would have been using that. I'm holding 2 controllers here, so I'm not really using how I normally would, because I definitely wouldn't have came down for that drag knowing I have a zone over there. You know, I would have followed one of those routes over the middle. But, you know, that is what is that it that's what you can do. Hopefully you guys, you know, enjoy. Hopefully you guys can go on ahead and start screaming some more. Move him over. This time, again, we're sending 4. Go on ahead and make sure we really hold this guard here for a few seconds. And see, I can tell right away I wasn't close to him. I knew it. I can just tell. You know, like, your timing really has to be really good with holding that guard if you're going to send 4. If you're going to send 4. If you want it to be more consistent, blitz this guy. Because blitzing this guy is just only going to make it more consistent. But if you're feeling a little froggy and you want that extra protection, you can definitely do it. But you really have to ace holding this guy right here. You have to ace it. You have to. Because if you don't, then he's going to get picked up. But if you do, that right there is going to happen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. It's your boy GS. And, you know, go on ahead and start screaming, fellas. Squeal!